I'm John from Whitewater Vans, and today we're showing off this Adventure Series build on a 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. We're going to start right up here with the fixed bed. It is an extension bed, so you can sleep up to 6'6" with this slide out extension and this bolster that's included. So we just slide the bed forward, take the bolster, slip it in there, and now lengthwise you can sleep 2 people up to 6'6" on this huge mattress. It's almost as wide as a king size, so it's a massive, really comfortable bed for sleeping. And when you're done, you just pop that slide out and you still have all the space available. You can use the same bolster right down here as a comfortable seat. So you can sit, kind of lean back like a couch. There's a table that plugs in right here to the end, so you can use that to work on a laptop, use it as a little work area. You can have a couple people sitting side by side on the bolster or lean back as a couch, or we can just tuck this right up into the back out of the way. While we're up here in the bedding area, we also have a pneumatic cooling X3 air conditioner. It runs straight off the DC battery. This is a 48 volt EcoFlow 5 kilowatt power system battery, and it powers the air conditioner directly from that. So there's no inverter associated with that. The 5 kilowatt system from EcoFlow has a really nice control panel right up here on the wall, as well as a 3 kilowatt inverter that's built into the control panel. And while we're up here at the control panel, you can see we've got 110 outlets that are placed in a variety of strategic locations throughout the van, as well as light switch, which is a dimmer switch. I'll talk about those in a minute. Task lighting and the heater, all part of the control panel right there. While we're on the topic of lights, we have custom cedar wood ceiling, 10 puck lights throughout the ceiling. They're all dimmable through 3 switches. So we've got the switch right here on the wall, which turns it on and off, and if you hold it down, it dims it down. We have the same dimmer switch for that light on the pillar when you first get in the door, so you don't have to fish around for the light to come in. And we also have a switch right in the back of the bed, so when you lay down to go to bed at night, you can simply hit the switch to turn it on or off. It also remembers that dimmer setting, so if you have low light setting when you go to bed at night, you're not blinding the whole inside of the cab or yourself if you turn it on at night to go to the restroom. Speaking of the restroom, we'll move over here towards the bench. So right at the side of the door is a bench seat, and on the right side of the bench is a drawer that opens up to the toilet. I've got a whole separate video on the toilet systems. I know you're thinking, oh, that's a plastic bucket. Watch the toilet video. I'll put a link to it. This is my favorite toilet for the van, and if you watch that video, you'll see why. But it's super convenient right here. And we have a pantry that opens out to all the access of your food, and from the outside here there's a little flip down table and a door that allows you to just load up your pantry from the grocery store without even climbing up into the van. We'll look at that in a moment. From the door here, I wanted to show a couple things. First of all, we've got our flip down table. You can use this from the outside if you wanted to set up. We've got an awning that lays over the top, so on a hot day or a little bit of a rainy day, you could sit out here under the awning, use a table. This is also the door to our internal pantry cabinet right here, so we can load that up and have access to those items later on. There's also a little bit of a cubby underneath for small items that you might want to store. The bench has a table mount that goes on the side, so you can sit here on the bench with your table. 2 people can sit here and use the table. You can also swivel both front seats around and put the table over here. So there's a variety of configurations of using this table with the bench or those front seats. While we're here in front of the galley, let's talk about that. We've got an Endel 130 liter fridge. It's a 4.6 cubic foot fridge, very large. It fits a lot of your refrigerated materials. It's got a small freezer up at the top for some ice or a little bit of ice cream, whatever you might want to put into the freezer. Next to that, we've got storage down below. That's our gray water tank. It's got a a flip-up switch to drain that gray water when necessary. And just to the side of that, we have a set of drawers that allows us to just store some additional kitchen items right there in the galley. On the side of the galley, while you're looking right over here, we've got 110-volt outlets and USB chargers, all easily accessible, and you can so you can put your cooking materials right up here on the surface. We've got a 2-burner induction cooktop and a cutting board. If you flip it over, it actually has a cutting board glued onto the backside, so you know what side is the cutting board and what side is your countertop. And a deep stainless steel sink that drains right down into that gray water system. We've got under cabinet lighting right here that shines down over our kitchen, and quite a bit of upper storage with our 4-foot upper cabinet and microwave, 110-volt microwave plugged into the side there. So quite a bit of great functionality here in this van. This is the Adventure Series. The reason it's the Adventure Series is twofold. One, you've got a really comfortable 5-inch mattress, fixed bed, so the bed's always available, and you have a massive garage down below. We're going to jump to the back real quick and we'll take a look at the garage, but you could fit pretty much anything you might want to take on your adventures, from golfing equipment, mountain bikes, road bikes, you name it, you can fit it down below into this garage. Lastly, while we're here, you can see we've got upholstered walls, soft upholstered walls throughout. They really help absorb noise that occurs in the van. So this is, and with the insulation that's packed behind those, this van is extremely quiet when it's all closed up and warm. And lastly, let me just pop this down. Both the side door and the rear door have these, where's my clip? Bug screens. They are magnetic and really nice in hot weather. So this zips down, and this is just a magnetic closure along this edge, so you can just easily pop in and out and keep those pesky bugs out and let that nice summer air float through the inside of the van. Same thing on the back door. We'll leave that and we'll go take a look at the back. A couple things I wanted to mention on the back of the vehicle here. We have the same screen system, so that screen drops down. It has a cover across the bottom so that you can't see items that you might have that are private down below, and it has a removable, sort of a raisable cover for the top right there. Off to the side, we have a shower system off the back, so you've got a hot and cold spray dock right here that you can plug in. You can attach it to the door and take a shower. You can also use it to spray off bikes or spray off your feet and dogs, whatever you might have. So nice hot and cold exterior spray system / shower. A fill port there to fill up the water.